Superman's James Gunn is in the news because, I need to get a breaking news sound effect. Breaking news, everybody. James Gunn lies.
I am shocked. I mean, I'm just shocked.
James Gunn lies. All studios lie, by the way. All studio heads lie. It's part of the business. It's like in sports. General managers lie all the time about trades and everything. They lie. And James Gunn just happens to get caught in the most because he won't shut the fuck up on Twitter. This is a studio head. This isn't some director. This isn't some writer. This is now a studio head. And remember when he said, I'm going to dial it back online a little bit? That lasted for about, a month or two? And he has contributed to his own demise by being a reply guy. It's okay to reply and basically it's go, hey, we did the best job we did on this movie. I hope you really enjoy it. Please go see it in the theater, in an IMAX. That's all you need to say, ever. Everybody worked really hard. David Cornsweet's a good dude. Rachel Brosnahan has great assets. And yeah, we want you to see this movie. That's all you need to ever say. But he's a sensitive guy. So we'll discuss it going to digital in 2 days.
It's for pre-order already. You can, on your Fandango. I saw it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's basically, it's you got to pay for it. You got to rent it. And it looks like what it is, Chris. It looks like we need some more money. That's the optics of it. Whether it's true or not, I have no idea. But somebody posted up. I think it was one of the, Screen Crush, whatever the fuck, Cosmic Marvel or dick sucking film or whatever, put up that James Gunn's Superman was going to go to stream or was going to go to video on demand on the 15th. And then either somebody else retweeted it or not, but I read it. James Gunn responded by saying, no, it's going to be way after that. And then it was reported it was going to be on, pay-per-view rental on the 26th. So I was going, wow, I guess 11 days is like way after that. That's okay. Then yesterday, James Gunn tweeted that it's going to be Friday the 15th. And it's still in theaters, and it's not like domestically, it's not like it's doing terribly, but it's fading. It's fading pretty hard domestically, and it's not picking up internationally at all. And it is insane that something that's made $50 million domestically. Normally, in the past, a superhero movie like that would just be doubled. Yeah. That would be doubled, and it would be at $700 million by now. But now it's not going to hit $700 million. It is not going to. $650. I mean, if they keep it in theaters for 2 more months, maybe. You know what that isn't, though? That isn't higher than Man of Steel without adjusting for inflation. Catch Superman in theaters on digital Friday, which is way after the 15th, which is actually Friday, everybody. So not surprising that the man who said The Flash is his favorite superhero film ever, the man who said, oh, it's possible that we could recast, Henry Cavill and something else and let on Gal Gadot and ended up lying to both of them and then saying, oh, we might do a hard reset, but then brings in a bunch of people from the former Snyderverse, including Jason Momoa as Lobo, which is great casting, by the way. But Viola Davis is coming back. And, of course, the linchpin of everything DC, James Gunn's wife, who will be in Peacemaker, which will be coming out soon. By the way, as pointed out from Derek the DA, again, because this was just funny, and that's why I'm going to point it out again. Let's follow up our comic booky kid movie with a hard rated R, violent superhero show that's basically The Boys-ish on HBO. And it's going to be part of canon. So you got to watch it. So get the kids. Maybe we can see more people get ripped. I mean, there is a scene where somebody gets ripped apart, like literally ripped apart. So, hey, bring the kids. You could see John Cena and his tidy whities. Grace Randolph will be excited. Let's read this. This is a great tweet, by the way. So how many fans saw Superman? I know inflation is racist, but ticket prices tell you how popular a film is and how many fans saw it. Box office numbers don't guarantee a lasting cultural impact. Connecting with fans does. Supply and demand, baby. So, I mean, I'm sure this is estimated because you're going off of average price of ticket. So Man of Steel, listen, I want to preface this. I got no dog in this fight. I don't. I'm a Donner. I'm a Donner bro. I'm a Donner dog, if anything. And by the way, I would say the global box office for both of these movies combined does not beat Superman as it stands right now. So you combine the global box office receipts of both of these movies, and they are not more than the original Superman, adjusted for inflation, which is racist. 2013. So you got global box office of Man of Steel is $670 million. 2013 average price for a ticket is about $8. Tickets sold 82,426,879. If you go over to as it stands right now, and admittedly it's still in the box office, Superman's James Gunn sitting at 578,843,139. 2025 average ticket price is about $16. Tickets sold 35,997,714. Are the times different? Yes. Is there more competition? Yes. That's not a good argument, though, because there have been some movies that have sold a shit ton of tickets in the last 3 years in this era that have gotten well over $1 billion. Avatar is going to crush all this when it comes out, which I don't understand to this day because those movies are woke and shit. 82 million tickets sold to 35 million tickets sold. And that's your metric. And Superman is not going to beat Man of Steel. And James Gunn brought this on himself. Optically, one of the first things they did, Chris, was get rid of Henry Cavill.
Right.
And like
that choice,
and to do it so publicly and not really say much at the time. I know there's some revisionists like, oh, I didn't fire. You didn't say shit at the time, bro. You didn't say, all you said is, oh, maybe we'll work with him again. He got fucking fired. He did. He got let go. And you know that was going to rub people wrong. Going into this, you knew the Snyder Bros weren't going to like you anyway. You had to earn, and you know how you earn that back? You don't talk shit to them. You ignore what they're saying. And yes, they can get fucking spicy and salty. It doesn't matter. You make the best movie possible and you try to just win them over with the quality of the content. That's what you do. It's not fucking rocket science. Instead, he came off kind of antagonistic, and you brought this on yourselves. Now we have Gunn Bros who have been rooting for this movie. And like what kind of surprises me, I love fandom, and this is part of fandom, is how much people are willing to fight over not even arguably a mid movie. It's a mid movie.
Yeah,
it's mid, and it's performing like a mid movie.
It's not terrible, but
it's
not terrible, but it doesn't resonate. It doesn't. I feel like a year you gotta look at things actually, will it age well? I don't think it will. I don't think it's aging well now. Man of Steel has actually aged well. Even though there are good arguments, things to not like about Man of Steel, I will return to that movie and watch it because there are scenes that are epic. And the Russell Crowe, Krypton stuff I love. Like so I just don't think I'm gonna rewatch Man of Steel. I'm not enthused about going to see Superman again.
So yes, they let go Cavill, and their initial plan was to bring in the Authority. We've gone over it over and over again. And the biggest question about James Gunn I had going in, and after watching his movie, it was all of my concerns were confirmed. Is he the right guy to do a traditional superhero with the hero's journey? Is he the kind of guy who actually read Superman prior to 2000? Is he the kind of guy that puts an American flag outside of his house on the 4th of July? Mine is out 365 days a year, by the way. was he the kind of guy that could pull off something that I've mentioned? Brad Bird would have been a better Kaczynski from
Yes.
Top Gun Maverick, and F1 would have been a better choice for Superman. Somebody who is a extremely competent director, but would also understand the spirit of Superman, which, like, a guy who directed Top Gun Maverick gets it. That's the approach you take towards Superman. Not some edgelord. He put up kind of his favorite comics, and some of them were good, but they were all Grant Morrison, Tom King. It's all that kind of, it's all the stuff the college kids liked. It's all the stuff the college kids, the edgy stuff. That's why he's going to Damian Wayne and Batman, because that's the Grant Morrison run. And they brought in some Superman writers. That's great. But they riffed on Man of Steel a little bit in that movie, but from John Byrne, which is pretty much what your imprint should have been, because John Byrne made sure to make Superman an American in that. So and not some immigration bullshit. And he wasn't the guy to do it. He just wasn't. It's his worst movie. I think there is stuff he is suited for in DC and would be much better at if he'd do that, and he should have passed off And it was asked in Geeks and Gamers Daily this morning, like, do you think he passes it off to somebody else? I think he should. I don't think he will. I don't think his ego will allow it. But he absolutely should. He should let somebody else write and direct it, period.
I just want to get my timeline down right, because I was somewhat in the middle of this in a weird way, because I talked to Henry Cavill in the middle of when Black Adam's coming out.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. And we love Henry, of course. And
yes, he's the sweetest guy.
Sweet guy. Love him. And he has the cameo at the end. We had a big moment on stage where he thought he was coming back. We all thought he was coming back, but maybe unbeknownst to him or not, you're already writing a Superman movie, which is clearly for a younger actor. Then soon thereafter, you get the gig as the head of DCU, correct? I have this roughly right?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, correct.
So then at a certain point, you and Peter have to have that unfortunate phone call, I would imagine.
No, we sat down with him. We sat down with Henry.
So without revealing too much, what is that like to have to be the guy to tell Superman, thank you for your time, we have to go a different way now?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, I was, the day we were dealing with trying to figure out if we could take the job at DC Studios.
Yeah. He's trying to think of politically how to answer.
Yes.
But reminder, I was in Hall H during the Peacemaker Season 2 panel, and there was a half-hearted, like, people tried to give Gunn a standing ovation when Josh Horowitz, who moderated that panel, mentioned Superman, and it was like maybe 25-30% of the audience.
That's crazy for Hall H, by the way.
The rest of people
which applauds everything.
John Cena made jokes about him not getting a standing ovation. God, I don't know where that clip is somewhere, but someone has to find that, because it was kind of embarrassing. It's like, we're not all down with this. And what I don't like about his press tour is he acts like everyone loved the movie and it's better than anything super. It's not. I don't think he's aware that it's good, and he's acting like he hit a home run. And
no.
Yeah.
If anything, he bunted the first.
Yeah.
Or it was
he got on base.
He got on base. It was an error, and it needed to be a grand slam. And for them to try to play it down publicly tells you everything you need to know. And absolutely, there's no way they're like, okay, so he's trying to tell me right now, and everybody in this audience, the lovely audience, you look great today, audience. I just want to say that.
Yeah, amazing.
Beautiful. You look beautiful. That when he was writing Superman, they weren't having conversations at all about him taking over DC. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. That is just not true. They were absolutely having conversations, and they knew where those conversations were going, and they knew it was going to be official, and he knew he was going to have to can Henry Cavill, and he knew it when that cameo came in, and when The Rock did all this shit, and the management of Warner Brothers knew it, and it's such bullshit. But let's continue.
And we're talking to David Zaslav and all the legal people there and figuring out what our deals would be. And the day our deal closed, all of a sudden they were announcing that, that Henry was back. And I'm like, what is going on? We know what the plan is. Like we know what the plan is. The plan was to come in and do Superman.
Yeah.
So it was really unfair to him, and it was a total bummer.
Total bummer.
But there was a
you were totally unaware. Completely unaware. He was not aware at all. The guy who's going to be the head of DC Studios had no idea. And then if that's true, let's say if that's true, you sign a contract with the fuckers who hold that information from you? Really?
Yeah. I think Henry was given bad information. The Rock wanted it to happen. And maybe there were other people in corporate who were trying to orchestrate Cavill's return. And they were... James Gunn wasn't in power yet. And so, I don't know, they did what they call an end around.
They did it. Oh, yeah. And this shit happens in football. Corporate all the fucking time. All the time. But to say you're not aware of it, and even if you weren't, you signed a deal with these people, you're dumb. Because guess what? This is Hollywood, baby. They'll do the same to you.
He's trying to be as
diplomatic as possible. There were other people that were to take on what they wanted to do with it.
They wanted to take on what they wanted to do with DC and were trying to force their way, and it just was never a part of the equation for David Zaslav, who was the head of WBD. So So we came in, and that was really unfortunate. I'm like, this poor guy. And so Peter and I, the right thing to do is to sit down with him and talk to him. Yeah. And we sat down, we talked to him. He was an absolute gentleman, a great guy about it. He said, the only thing I ask is that I'm able to reveal it myself as opposed to it coming from you guys. And I'm like, that's
no, he's a class act. Always has been from the start. Yeah. Would it be too confusing to cast him in?
What's that?
Henry Cavill, class act. Yeah. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That's why people root for him. That's why he doesn't get roles either, because people like him.
I don't know. I miss the days of actors pushing back in a good way. The one thing Cavill, I know he did, what you hear about him is he'll push back on stuff. Well, I mean, he did on The Witcher. They didn't listen, and everything he was saying, of course, was right.
I do too. And I would say, especially with The Witcher, he had the juice to push back, and they should have, Netflix should have listened. Netflix is fucking retarded,
right?
And for letting him go. And once that controversy started, they should have fired Lauren Hisrich Smith immediately and brought in somebody new. Yeah. Absolutely brought in. But they sided with her, and now, when's season 4 and 5, which is actually just season 4 split into 2. When's it coming out?
Right. I don't know. Look, there are cases of actors who are dimwits who push back, but I mean, Harrison Ford famously always pushed back against George.
Yep.
And, the famous line, "I love you, I know," from Empire, that's Harrison Ford came up with that. So that when actors push back, it's a film is a collaborative medium. It's a team sport.
It is. It is. And now, going to digital this soon will affect the box office. Now, will it totally affect it? No, because freaking Jurassic World, the 7th dinosaur movie, is on PVOD, and it just hit 800 million, but that is down from the previous movie. But I guarantee you the studio went, we got $800 million out of the 7th dinosaur movie? Shit. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And Superman and Fantastic Four got soundly beat by the 7th dinosaur movie. That's the state of things, and it sucks. I wanted a great Superman movie. That's all I said all fucking years. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
And we didn't get it. And it's performing the way it should, pretty much. Probably a little overperforming domestically, and that's better for them because the profits are better. But as far as making their money back, okay, they what did Az say? They made the profit of a plumber in Leeds the annual salary of a plumber in Leeds. You know, like $85,000, because that's how much Ant-Man Quantumania profited, $85,000. Spending millions to make tens of thousands. That's Hollywood, baby.
Nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.